bush hunting in New Zealand over a deer indicating dog that you've trained yourself is it's unbelievable. It's very rewarding, probably the most rewarding hunting you can do. It's obviously a big team effort. You can't just get a good dog that you just take out into the bush and he just takes you straight to deer. It doesn't really work like that. You've really got to help him out to get him in the right position to find you deer, and he's also getting you in the right position to get a shot away on deer as well. So it's all about reading your dog the whole time. I think with this sort of bush hunting with dogs, you're trying to be quiet, you're sneaking through the bush, you're looking for deer the whole time, and then you're looking at and you're trying to read your dog's body language the whole time as well. And when he gets onto hot trails, it's just so obvious. I know straight away. Someone who doesn't know him probably wouldn't pick it up, but I can just tell by what his ears are doing or how straight he's standing when he's winding, how close we are to an animal. And that's probably the best thing. When you get into that sort of 50-meter range, he'll really slow right down and start sneaking, and his ears will prick up and he'll stand really straight up to attention, and yeah, it's a dead giveaway. We get into the bush and it's almost like a switch. He just knows to get into hunting mode. And you might have seen some of the footage. He's winding the whole time. He picked up about 3 or 4 good scents then. It's pretty windy in here today, so quite hard to narrow it down and get a really accurate gauge of where the deer are. And he also picked up on some ground scent, and that gets him quite excited. And he did break his range a little bit. I try to keep him within sort of the 10-meter mark in front of me. That's what he's supposed to do, but yeah, sometimes when he gets on hot scent, he might range a little bit further out. And you might have heard on the audio some of those hissing noises I'm making at him, just to try and slow him down and keep him in check. And that's probably the biggest challenge with hunting over a dog, is trying to keep them in that 10-meter range, especially when they get onto really hot scent. They can get pretty excited. I started training him as soon as I got him, when he was about 4 months old, and probably put a good couple of 100 hours into training him before we even went out into the bush on our first hunt. And then after that, it was a really big learning curve for both of us for about 6 months. And it took us, we spooked about 20 or 30 deer together, either saw them or heard them crashing off in the bush before it all came together and we started shooting them. And once we eventually shot one, it just, the sort of floodgates opened, and last year I think we shot about 20 deer together, which was pretty good going. Yeah, ups and downs for sure, but yeah, hunting in the bush with this guy, it just makes it so much better, so much more worthwhile. Working together as a team and all the work we've done together to get to this end product of being out in the bush and him doing it how he's been trained to do it is pretty special. Yeah. And you know, sometimes we'll have fantastic hunts and we don't even shoot anything, but he's winding really well and he's tracking really well and he's keeping his distance and we're being really quiet. You can come away pretty content just with doing that. It's not always about shooting animals. I mean, often I'll shoot an animal that he doesn't even know about, but which he gets pretty stoked on. But yeah, I think you know, you get older and your life gets busier, and it's pretty easy to not follow through with some of the hunts you plan on doing, just with time constraints and the rest of it. But I know that I've got to take this guy out to keep him happy, and he's the happiest when he's hunting, so it gets me out more as well.